chocolate. I put some espresso in it. Does that make it a mocha? Or is it just hot chocolate with espresso in it? I don't know. But it's delicious. So, back to working on my young adult fantasy. I'm working on draft 2. I thought I should clear that up in case people weren't really sure what I was doing in my last couple of vlogs. In my draft 1, I write scenes, but I don't really write connective tissue. So the scenes are just kind of there. Not connected. Draft 2 is all about connective tissue. So, yesterday I worked on the story. I did not vlog, but I worked on it. And I ended up adding 173 words to scene 10. I'm combing together scenes 10 and 11. I still skipped the end of scene 9. I don't know what happened in that, so I just skipped it. I'm just pretending it's all fine. There is no connective tissue right now between scenes 9 and scene 10 because scene 9 has no ending, which is fine. It's all fine. So yesterday, I'm almost at the end of scene 10. I'm just fleshing scene 10 and 11 out and then connecting them. I added 173 words, and I also added 124 words of new notes. So just like new ideas that I have had, both for these scenes and for the story as a whole. And overall, it felt very productive. So hopefully I can carry on with that momentum and finish finally connecting these two scenes and then be done with Act 1. Except for at the end of scene 9, but you know, we'll just worry about that later. Perhaps even not until draft 3. We don't know. But I would very much like to be done with scenes 10 and 11. That is my goal. Alright, today is Tuesday, October 24th. Yesterday was Monday, October 23rd. I did not vlog, but I did end up adding 737 words to scene 10. Scene 10 is done now, and I kind of know, not really, I mean, I don't know, I feel like I should be more enthusiastic. So scene 10 is finished. So now I need to develop connective tissue and connect it to scene 11, and then connect that to scene 12, and then finally be done with Act 1. I also, last night, was able to come up with a way, perhaps, where I can still use the current ending of scene 9 and just change it a little so that it fits with what the scenes now are and like what the through pole is. Pole through? I don't know. But I haven't tried it yet, and I'm just not sure. I don't know. See, the thing is, I'm not feeling good about anything that I've written. Like, I wrote almost 1,000 words yesterday. I finished the scene, and I still am just feeling like, meh. I don't know. I mean, part of the problem is the book that I'm currently querying. Since I opened myself up to querying again, I opened myself up to the rejection feelings again, and I haven't received any rejections, but it's been about a month since I sent my first little batch of queries. And I haven't heard anything, so I assume that means it's a rejection because these are all no response means no agents, and they say to wait 8 weeks, but I feel like after 4 you kind of know. So I'm feeling just kind of down on myself and my writing, and I know that's impacting my current writing, which is not great, but it is what it is. The other thing is, this book that I'm querying now, I wrote the first draft in 3.5 weeks. It just poured out of me. I was in a state of like desperation, panic, fear. I felt like I was running out of time and I had to write a book now. And it just came out and there were no struggles. This book that I'm writing now, I'm not in the same mental state, thankfully. And so I'm not feeling this sense of like urgency. So it's taking a really long time, and I feel like, you know, it's okay to write books that way, and I know I've written books that way in the past. And like, I shouldn't compare every book to the book I wrote previously on its timeline. So part of me keeps thinking, like, since I'm struggling so much, maybe this book isn't good. And I don't know how I feel about that, because like when I just sit around thinking about the book, not writing it, I really like it. And I'm like, yeah, this is a story I really enjoy, and I want to tell this story, and I haven't really seen this story other places. And like, I want to be the one that makes it exist. But when I'm actually writing, everything I write just feels really meh. Last night, for like a quick minute, I felt like I kind of tapped into that voice that carried me through the first draft of the book I'm querying so quickly. And it felt like, oh hey, here's the momentum, like here's the little, juicy soul of the story that I need to tap into. but I only had it for just such a quick little minute and then I lost it again, so I don't know. I mean, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that means the little juicy soul will come back to me and I'll be able to tap back into it for the rest of this story. I'm not holding out hope. I don't know. I'm just feeling... I don't know what I'm feeling. I'm not feeling great, is the thing. So, but what I'm gonna do now, my goal still, I just need to be patient and finish this. Because I kind of started thinking, like, maybe I can only really tap into that juicy soul, like, after this story is completely written. Like, all of its connective tissue, everything is all fleshed out. You know, maybe the juicy soul will begin in draft 3 is what I'm hoping. So I just have to finish draft 2. And in order to do that, I have to finish Act 1. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get back to work creating connective tissue and connect scene 10 and scene 11. And then I will get back to you. Let you know how it goes. I just added 530 words of connective tissue to connect scenes 10 and 11. So now that's done. I have... Last night I was thinking I shouldn't put too much pressure on myself to be feeling good about the connective tissue because remember like 2 decades ago when I started these vlogs and I was saying how my problem with this book is that this is the first book I've ever written where a large period of time passes, and I'm not sure how to convey that, and I'm not sure if it should be happening in the connective tissue. Like, should the connective tissue be like me putting in tele-paragraphs of like, and then 2 weeks later, and then the next scene starts? You know, I'm just not sure. I've never written a book like this before, which is interesting. It's not something I've ever even thought about authors having to consider. All of the books I've ever written have just taken place over the course of like, you know, maybe 2 months, if that. This book is taking place supposedly over the course of a year. And like yesterday I was thinking maybe I should just make it take place over the course of a few months, you know? Like, I don't know, I know that's not typical for like a school type of story, but I was struggling with the passage of time. So I just decided I'm not going to worry about that too much, and I'm just going to write whatever connective tissue kind of feels right in the moment. And then in some future draft, I will worry about the passage of time, because there are so many things that are making me get stuck now. I don't need to add that to the list of things that will make me get stuck. So now, as a reward, I'm having a little chocolate treat. It's Halloween candy. Is it for the trick-or-treaters, or is it for me? It's definitely for me. I also just realized this vlog has been a very chocolate-forward vlog, which I'm happy about because I am a chocolate-forward type of person. So, I'm gonna eat this, and then hopefully just get right into scene 11. I don't know how much fleshing out scene 11 is going to need. Something I did do yesterday was I kind of solidified the scene order for scenes 11, 12, and 13, which I had not done before. So, I mean, that's nice. But once I finish scene 11 and connect it to scene 12, Act 1 will be done, and I will be at least glad about that. Because I'm not feeling good about the story as a whole, but, you know, I just gotta keep making progress, keep moving forward, and hopefully the magic and spark and joy will come back to the story someday. I don't know. Some future draft. That's what I'm hoping. Alright, so it is the next day. I was able to tweak the ending of scene 9 and connect it to scene 10 with this idea that I had yesterday to make that ending that I had really loved keep working. And I mean, I feel like it's kind of good. I mean, not like good as in like good, but good as in like not the horrifically wrong way to be ending that scene. I don't know, it's something I'll deal with in the future, but for now, scene 9 is finished and connected to scene 10. I also finished connecting scene 10 to scene 11. I don't know if I told you that yesterday. But, so now all that's left to do is finish fleshing out scene 11, connect it to scene 12, and then Act 1 will finally be done of draft 2. But I don't know. I mean, I'm just not feeling good about anything that I'm writing. I don't know. I mean, it's not terrible. Like, I kind of like it, and I don't know if that means, like, maybe I'm just being overly judgmental of my writing, and I feel like if I like it, that means it must be bad because nobody has ever wanted to publish anything that I've written. I don't know. I'm not feeling great about it, but I'm also not feeling like it's the worst thing I've ever written. I don't know. I'm enjoying the story, perhaps more than I'm enjoying the words that I'm currently writing. That seems like an accurate way of putting it. So, this vlog is supposed to go up tomorrow. Will I be able to finish scene 11 and connect it to scene 12 on time? Yes! I mean, that has been my plan, my goal. I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. It's not just a goal, it's a plan. So, today I have to finish scene 11 and connect it to scene 12 so that Act 1 can finally be done. Oh my goodness. I don't know. That was me trying to say, I don't know. But I don't know if you remember, I intentionally left the first 2 scenes of Act 1 unfleshed out and unconnected because I want to be able to infuse them, with the meaty juices of what's to come in the story, and I won't be able to do that until I fully understand what the meaty juices of the story are. So I'm not going to finish fleshing out scenes 1 and 2 until after I finish draft 2. That has always been my plan, so that's not counted in me finishing Act 1. So, by tomorrow, all I have to do is finish fleshing out scene 11, connect it to scene 12, and then finish this vlog. I can do it. I think I can do it. Alright, I have run into a problem. Could be a problem of my own making, I don't know. But I started trying to flesh out scene 11, and then I got all concerned, and I was like, maybe this isn't the right scene here, so then I just spent the last, half an hour shuffling around scenes 11, 12, and 13. And I got myself all confused, and now I'm lost, and I don't even know what the order of those scenes should be, or if they should even be other scenes, future scenes. I don't know what to do now. I mean, I feel like scene 12 is definitely where Act 1 ends and turns into Act 2. So basically, I just keep switching scenes 11 and scene 13. And I have accomplished nothing, and I'm not sure, because neither of them feel right anymore. I feel like maybe a different scene is supposed to be scenes 11 and 13. I don't know. I'm quite confused and lost, and I'm not sure what to do now. Alright, I've been feeling like a failure, but I'm not gonna get this done by the time I have to post this vlog, because mainly I don't know which scene needs to be scene 11. And me just sitting here feeling defeated is making it so my creative brain's not working. I can't tell. I just don't know what the right thing to do is with these scenes. So I need to sleep on it and take a little break. And what an anticlimactic ending to this vlog. But please return for the next vlog, where Act 1 will most definitely finally be done. I mean, I definitely accomplished a lot. I finished scene 9, connected it to scene 10. Scene 10 connected to scene 11. Erased that since I'm not sure what scene I want to be scene 11. Had a mild little writing breakdown. And here we are. So let's not think of it as a failure. Let's think of it as a cliffhanger. This vlog is to be continued.